I've been exploring how microscopic, geologic, and cosmologic timescales have been recorded by humans over the course of our history. Glass has been an interesting way to look at that because it is molded over a very long period of time and occupies two states of matter. And that seems like a very appropriate match.
These pieces represent my personal situation of being caught between two worlds, between two lives, between two cultures. Everyone has a story that is part of a bigger whole, a fragmented story full of images and words. These two pieces are a reflection of my personal story. The small piece reflects on the part of my life in Barcelona. The bigger piece talks about my personal history as an artist, as a woman, as a wife in the United States.
I speak out of the deep of night, out of the deep of darkness, and out of the deep of night I speak. If you come to my house, friend, bring me a lamp and a window I can look through at the crowd in the happy alley. Poem by Frough Farrokhzad.
I really thought about the body and line quality. In my own work, I explore abstract ways to represent the body. And so I was really interested in this really blood red and making line work that was geometric but also organic. And I found myself incredibly frustrated because I didn't pay attention to the glass material. I was just interested in the drawing and the painting aspect, thinking about glass as the form rather than the surface.
I've been thinking a lot this past year about fragments of stories and fragments of memories and how these little tiny scraps make up the parts of our identity and parts of our history, how we see each other and ourselves. And this fabric piece is actually, it's a fragment of a piece that I've been working on, which is a story about a skirt made of stories, star travel, and memories.
The piece I chose kind of made me nervous when I got it because it was one of the more slender pieces and it also had a large crack in the middle of it. So I honestly just wanted to make it safer to handle. So I covered it in fabric and soft thread to kind of help release some of that roughness.
من آتنا دائمی از داخل زندان اوی می نویسم. زندانی که شده جایی برای عاشقانی که جز انسان و انسانیت دغدغه دیگری ندارند و زندانی سیاسی، عقیدتی و امنیتی خوانده می شوند. مجرمان حقیقی آزاد هستند. لطفاً مزاحمشان نشوید که زنان و مردانی از جنس شرافت در سلولهای سرد و یخزده زندان مشغول گذراندن حبسند.
So essentially this piece here is a reincarnation from my previous piece, Color Waves. What I did was, I collected all the vinyl trimmings and repurposed them onto this glass fragment here. And like in Color Waves, I trimmed the edges with a razor blade and put those trimmings back onto the piece here. That's why you see the vinyl, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So essentially, Color Waves lives on through this piece and, it's a new life. That's why this piece is very special to me.
I don't usually work with glass. It kind of frightens me. It is really breakable and delicate. It reminds me of the early photographers who shot on glass plate negatives. and how difficult it must have been for them to work with such a vulnerable medium. So I decided to etch, similar to shooting on film. However, I was able to use both sides, creating a play on density, which I thought was a lot of fun, and it reminded me of film photography.
This broken piece of glass has a mantra. I am not fragile. I will not break. I thought it was funny, because obviously it is fragile and it will break. It's really a reflection of my own inner conflicts and turmoil, trying to tell myself that I am not fragile and that I will not break, realizing that I feel vulnerable, but trying to tell myself that I am strong.
Glass. Black and white film. A friend on the beach. My dog. Memories. Recorded. Broken. How do we preserve them? What do we use? Nothing is permanent.
My piece in this collaboration is a small slither that looks like stained glass with lots of color. As a child, people would ask me, "What's your favorite color?" And I would always answer, "All the colors. I don't have a favorite. They're all my favorite." Color is magical to me. Even today, I find that all the colors still fascinate me and bring me joy.
So you and I, we're all part of an economic system that puts pressure on our environment. If it were easy for us to live based on renewable resources, we would have set that up already, but it's not, and I grapple with that in my art. Given this broken piece of glass, I painted an image of fracking that's occurring next to an elementary school in the Central Valley, reflecting a status quo that feels broken to me. I am committed to speaking out on this topic until I see a big push towards sustainability.
It's a piece of glass. Just a piece of glass with someone on it. Someone I knew at some point. It's nothing more and nothing less. Just a piece of glass with someone on it.
This is an arboreal salamander. They live in the coastal woodland areas of California. They are often found in the crevices of oak trees.
Break a leg, don't break a leg. Break a leg is written on a broken piece of glass. The glass is shaped like a leg that looks like a dancer's leg in a painting by Toulouse-Lautrec. The term break a leg is used in theater and dance to wish a performer good luck. Theatrical types are known for their belief in superstitions. By wishing someone bad luck, we hope the opposite will occur. Break a leg. Don't break a leg.
I added slip into the glass because I wanted to create this impermanence within the fragile glass itself, which already is a broken piece. Whether the slip will stay there for long or not, eventually it will deteriorate
I made a piece to be part of a project for my friend Mape, and then I thought about how I was doing this for somebody else and how I wanted the piece to become about my relationship with many people. So I asked my husband to draw the second half of the drawing on my piece. And then together we made the final aesthetic decisions, and I then brought it to Mape, who was the third part or component of creating this piece. And that was my experience.
Black and white, gray, silver, glass, sphere, imprint or impact, reaction, absorption, universe, cosmic being, cosmic consciousness, justified belief, opinion versus fact and truth.
The ailment of sentimentality, when the face of the beloved becomes fractured in memory.
When I was working on the glass piece, I was just constantly thinking of not cutting myself, as clumsy as I am. I was also reading articles on how technology has become a weapon against humanity. So I wanted to use different hardware like LEDs and circuit boards to kind of present the idea of technology being a weapon against humanity, like this glass.
Like every galaxy, this piece too rotates around a black hole, the point of our impact origin, the Big Bang, with which without it, and nothing would have happened. No universe would exist, and our pieces wouldn't be here. In recreating that moment of origin, of creation, in which destruction was involved, I am trying to understand, or perhaps comment, that destruction and obliteration perhaps is not the end. Perhaps there is redemption for our existence too. Maybe the end of us is the beginning for something even more beautiful.